morning guys, and welcome to Manchester, Michigan again. For today's video we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go down to the basement at Scott's house here, and we're going to give you a little tour of the workshop and everything else that goes on there. So we'll head down there now.
Alright, hey, welcome to the workshop. We're down in my basement. This is where we do a lot of the work on the team bikes. Chris and Tom have been doing work on their bikes while they're here. This is basically one of the main storage areas. I got a bunch of old cross bikes back there, a couple bikes that I built, the frames, wheel storage. We got the beginning of these are our 2017 Focus Mares, Courtney's and mine and my wife's, so those are the brand new models. Fat tire bike, some more bike storage. This is an original Raleigh Prestige, never been ridden, kind of cool there. This is where we're storing our current, more of our current Focuses. Chris and Tom hang their stuff there, their race bikes when they're not being worked on. One of my Focuses and my dad's Focus. Moving on. A little bit more bike storage here. These are mostly road bikes. My wife's backup cross bike, stuff I ride on the road and I've had for a while, Custom 7. Over here we got wheel storage. We're doing some work on some wheels. Gluing up some tubulars right here, hanging, drying. Some carbon ones over there, and some other older ones that I've had glued. Tire storage, some zips down here. These are Chris and Tom's hanging here while they're here. 40 hooks to hang tires on. And as you can tell, this is also the area for the ergo trainers, feedback Omnium trainers that these guys have been riding in the inclement weather or just whenever their training routine calls for it. So that's kind of what this whole area is. Here's my metal board. Gotta get a shot of that. And we come in here to the main work area. This is the main work area. Basic, the main tool board right here. Got all your hex keys right here, L keys, Torx, interchangeable Torx stuff. Cone wrenches, of course. All the different stuff for the older frames. Basically all your tools set up like that. Other tools in the toolbox that I just don't use as often, so they don't hang on the board. Like, what do we want to see? Multi-tools. I don't use these that much. Suspension pump. Things like that. Brake tools. I keep these here because when I'm working on brakes, it's easy to just come right over here and do an adjustment, and then I can put it right back. So that's why these stay here. Larger stuff like park presses, crown racer and puller and stuff like that. I have several pumps. Don't always use them all. Just a few more vintage things hanging here. These are the old vintage steel bikes that I used to ride back in the day. Still ride them, but they were I've owned most of those since they were new. This is one of my dad's old Bianchis. 2 work stands. This is where we do the majority of the big jobs right here on these 2 stands. Keep parts over here while we're working for jobs that are currently being worked on. And then this is like where we just keep all the cleaners or new things like, you know, a bunch of inner tubes here, just so that you have them whenever you need them and you don't run out of anything. A little bit more storage back here. This is kind of catch-all storage. To just put small parts, grinder for grinding housing and stuff. And then out here, this is basically the wheel station, working on gluing up some tubulars right now. Like I mentioned, aluminum rims. These are Courtney's wheels. And in here we have things like acid brushes, so a whole bunch of acid brushes for when you're gluing. You can just reach down here, grab. Syringes for if there is a small area of a tire that needs glue squirted into it. Thank you, JB Hancock, for that tip. You can just suction up a little bit of glue, squirt it wherever you want it, and away you go. Wheel trimming stuff, and some frame tools. So any frame cutting that needs to be done, this is where those tools are kept. So yeah, this is it, and thanks for watching.